Hi, MBH Recap here. Today I am going to explain a Black Adam action/adventure. The film begins 5,000 years ago, where we see a cruel king ruling. There was a time when this city used to be free, but now this cruel king has made the people of this city his slaves. This king is getting the land excavated from all the people of this city. Actually, he was looking for a material, a thing that could give him magical powers. As a result, he would have become even more powerful than before, able to rule not only this city, but the entire world. Basically, the name of this material is Eternium. With the help of this, he will make a crown with which he can get the powers of a superhero inside himself. Here, as usual, the workers are digging, and in the meantime, a worker gets that Eternium stone, which the cruel king gets. Soon he makes his own crown, which he will get a lot of powers by wearing. Meanwhile, we also see a small boy who stands up against that cruel king. He makes the villagers understand that we should avoid this injustice, we should not bow down to it. But when the cruel king finds out that he is standing against me, he orders him to kill him. As he is being killed, the boy suddenly disappears and comes to a place where many gods were sitting. These 6 gods tell this boy that you have courage, and we liked it very much. That's why we are going to give you a power that if you say the word Shazam, all our powers will come inside you and you will become so powerful that you can easily defeat that cruel king. This little boy also does the same. He says Shazam and becomes very powerful. He immediately comes to that king's palace where he is wearing his evil crown to get a lot of powers. But this little boy, who has become very powerful after saying Shazam, he comes there and wreaks havoc and starts killing everyone. He is furious and destroys the entire city along with the cruel king. He makes the villagers understand that we should avoid this injustice, we should not bow down to it. But when the cruel king finds out that he is standing against me, he orders him to kill him. As he is being killed, the boy suddenly disappears and comes to a place where many gods were sitting. These 6 gods tell this boy that you have courage, and we liked it very much. That's why we are going to give you a power that if you say the word Shazam, all our powers will come inside you and you will become so powerful that you can easily defeat that cruel king. This little boy also does the same. He says Shazam and becomes very powerful. He immediately comes to that king's palace where he is wearing his evil crown to get a lot of powers. But this little boy, who has become very powerful after saying Shazam, he comes there and wreaks havoc and starts killing everyone. He is furious and destroys the entire city along with the cruel king. From here, the story goes 5,000 years later and we see the present time. At this time, we are shown the same city where a gang has completely occupied this city. They are doing injustice to people, robbing, and completely controlling this city. Actually, the only purpose of this gang is to find that crown. It means they are looking for the same crown that the cruel king had made 5,000 years ago. He was ended, but his crown is still buried somewhere in this city. Now we see a girl named Adriana, who is also looking for this crown. This girl is quite an expert in finding old things because she is an archaeologist. They are the people who dig up the earth and also have a lot of information about many things in history. Later, this girl, Adriana, goes to a cave where after a lot of effort she finds the crown. Adriana and her friends are happy about this. We find out that one of her friends named Ishmael, he is involved with the same gang that has occupied the entire city. Then Ishmael lends a friend who comes with him and calls the other members of his gang in the same cave. As Black Adam comes to his senses, he meets Adriana's son here. This child tells Black Adam that you have been locked up in the cave for 5,000 years. Now because our city is being enslaved, that gang is not letting us live, so you have come as a savior for us. You will save our city from that gang. Black Adam doesn't care about anything here. He says that 5,000 years ago, this was my city. Now everything has changed here, so I am not responsible for saving this city. I have nothing to do with this city and the people here. He comes out of the house after saying this and starts walking around the city and starts looking at the city. After this, we see a female leader whose job is to stop the coming superheroes and supervillains in this world. We must keep such situations in the world so that ordinary people do not face difficulty and our land is not threatened. She is talking to a superhero here. Hawkman, high speed, comes in front of him and saves the child's life. Here, Ishmael is completely destroyed by burning him with his lightning. Here Black Adam also meets Hawkman and tells him a very big secret. He tells that 5,000 years ago, the boy who raised his voice against the cruel king was not me, but my son, and when the cruel king was killing my son, he disappeared from there at that time. Seeing this, the cruel king got very angry because he was not able to find my son, so he caught me and my family and beat us brutally. We were beaten badly that no one even treats animals like this. My wife was killed there and I was about to die. Then my son came back to me who had a lot of powers and he gave me all his powers. Now all the powers had come into me. We were just talking and then the cruel king's people attacked us again. I was saved there because I had a lot of powers, but my son was ended right in front of my eyes. Seeing my son dying, I became furious and I killed the cruel king and his people, but those powers were not in my control. I could not control them. Dr. Fate was ended there. Hawkmen are also fighting with Sabbac, but their efforts are not very successful, but luckily, Black Adam comes there at the same time. Now there is a lot of fight between Black Adam and Sabbac. It was a heavy fight, but with time it seemed that only Black Adam could defeat Sabbac. After a while, Black Adam grabs the head of Sabbac and cuts it into two parts, and after tearing it completely, he finally ends Sabbac. Because of this, Sabbac dies and everything becomes peaceful and starts getting better. The people of the city start considering Black Adam as their savior and they all accept that Black Adam has saved them and their city. After this, we see the same lady who made the Justice Society team to stop Black Adam. She tells Black Adam here that it's okay, do whatever you want, but don't leave this city. Be the savior of the people of this city, take care of them, be the guardian. I don't care, but don't leave this city, because if you come out of this city, it won't be good for you. Here, Black Adam sits and looks at her and says that no one can order me, and whenever he wants to do anything, he will do it on his own. Then the lady says, yes, maybe you are right, no one can stop you from living in this world, but I know someone who is not from our world. Black Adam gets angry and breaks the screen on which the lady was talking. The screen breaks and there is smoke everywhere. Meanwhile, Superman comes out of the smoke. He tells Black Adam that we should always sit down to talk. As soon as Superman says this, the story of this movie ends here.